Historic figures everyone should know. By history as biography.
Sargon of Akkad was an ancient Mesopotamian king who ruled over the first empire in history, the Akkadian Empire, in the 24th century BCE. He is also known as Sargon the Great, Sharganisheri, and Sargon, meaning true king, or legitimate king in the Akkadian language. He was a Semite, a member of a group of people who spoke a related family of languages in the Near East. He was born in the city of Azapirano, near the Euphrates River, and rose from humble origins to become a powerful and influential ruler. Sargon's early life is shrouded in mystery and legend. According to his autobiography, The Legend of Sargon of Akkad, he was the illegitimate son of a priestess of the goddess Inanna/Ishtar and an unknown father. His mother hid him in a basket of reeds and placed him on the river, where he was found and adopted by a gardener named Aki, who worked for Uarzababa, the king of Kish. Sargon became the cupbearer of Uarzababa, but he had a dream that he would overthrow him and become king himself. He fled from Kish and joined the service of Ligilzajc, the king of Uruk, who was at war with Uarzababa. Sargon eventually defeated both kings and took over their lands. Sargon's conquests did not stop there. He embarked on a series of campaigns that expanded his domain to include most of Mesopotamia and parts of Anatolia, Syria, Iran, and Arabia. He claimed to have subdued 34 kings and ruled over 5.4 million people. He established his capital at Akkad, a city whose location is still unknown today. He built a magnificent palace and a temple for his patron god, Enlil. He also created a centralized administration and a professional army to maintain his empire. He appointed governors to oversee the provinces and collect taxes. He also promoted trade and cultural exchange with other regions. Sargon's empire was not only large but also diverse. It encompassed many different peoples, languages, religions, and customs. Sargon tried to unify his subjects by imposing his own language, Akkadian, as the official language of communication and writing. He also encouraged the worship of his own gods, especially Enlil and Ishtar. He also adopted some aspects of Sumerian culture, such as literature, art, and law. He claimed to be the successor of the Sumerian kings and the representative of the gods on earth. Sargon's achievements were not only political but also intellectual and artistic. He was a patron of learning and culture, who supported scribes, poets, musicians, and craftsmen. He collected many texts from different lands and stored them in his library. He also commissioned many works of art and literature that celebrated his deeds and glorified his empire. Some examples are the Victory Stele of Sargon, which depicts him as a victorious warrior, the Epic of Sargon, which narrates his life story, and the Hymn to Enlil, which praises him as a divine king. Sargon's reign lasted for about 56 years, according to some sources. He faced many challenges and rebellions from his enemies and rivals, but he managed to suppress them with force or diplomacy. He also faced natural disasters such as floods and famines that threatened his people's welfare. He died at an old age after a long and successful rule. He was succeeded by his sons Rimish and Manishtu, who continued his legacy but could not prevent the decline of his empire. Sargon's legacy is evident not only in history but also in legend and myth. He was regarded as one of the greatest kings who ever lived by many ancient Mesopotamians, who remembered him in their stories and inscriptions for centuries after his death. He was also revered as a hero or a god by some cultures that admired or feared him. His story inspired many later rulers and empires that tried to emulate or surpass him.